How do we get feedback on characters in development? We rely on other people who we work with, like other designers. We also do something called player labs, where we get players who we think would like our characters and we have them play the character. As an example with BRIAR, BRIAR was probably the worst performing player lab I'd ever seen. People who played her absolutely despised her, thought she was the worst thing they'd ever played, and that ended up resulting in a lot of changes to how her frenzy worked so that it was much more in her favor. Like originally, BRIAR couldn't prioritize champions over minions, so if your enemies were like standing in a minion wave, you just couldn't do anything to them, stuff like that. So I ended up making a lot of changes to her to make her W a lot more unfair. What's the best player lab champ? Like the champion who performed really well in player labs? There's a lot of champions who perform well in player labs. I'd say I don't think it's a standout when a character performs well in player labs. I think it's a standout when a character performs poorly in them, which is why it was kind of an emergency signal when BRIAR initially did really bad in player labs. It's just like, oh, champ's non-functional, gotta find a way to make her work.